Alright, Dogovan stream, this time with quick start deck support, except for Stoicheia for some reason. But whatever, let's begin. So let's start with Dragon Empire with Strap Command Dragon, which is grade 3 with Drinking Power and Skillless. Auto when placed on rearguard from hand, if your Vanguard is Triumph Dragon that is at least grade 3, cost Counter Blast 1 to draw a card, which is fine, but the second skillless. Auto rearguard, when this card attacks, cost Soul Blast 1, this card gives us 5k power until end turn, and if you Soul Blast at least a grade 3 card, that is a Triumph Dragon, this card gets +1 crit. So basically, if you Persona most of the time, you get to have 2 attacks with 2 crits. I say for the new players with the quick start deck, at least that they are supporting it with proof here. Just wondering why this is a double rare when you should really be making lower rarities for basically for the new players. And surprisingly, there's no new boss unit to replace the current boss unit of the quick start deck like they did with the Super Trial decks where there's the official one, the booster set. But anyway, moving on to Steam Artist Telligan, which is a grade 3 with Drinking Power and Skillless. Auto when placed from Soul to rearguard, if your Vanguard is at least grade 3 Oscurligus, cost Soul Blast 2 cards with different names to draw a card. So you suck this in and then you can Soul Blast 2, which can also include this card to draw a card, which is okay. Wish this part was not archetype restricted because some other decks would probably love this. But anyway, second skill, Auto rearguard, when this card attacks, cost Soul Blast 1. This card gives us 5k power until the end turn. If you Soul Blasted at least a grade 3 Oscurligus, plus 15k instead. As you can tell from this card and the last card, the second skill is going to have the relating part of Soul Blasting a grade 3 of your boss unit from Soul, but this is an okay card as well. Next, Swing by Dragon, which is grade 3 with Drinking Power and Skillless. Auto when placed on rearguard from hand, if you have at least a grade 3 Astrum, Vanguard, cost Counter Blast 1 to draw a card with the second skill. Auto front row rearguard once per turn, when your other unit is stood by a card ability, cost Soul Blast 1. This card gives us 2k power until the end turn, but if you Soul Blasted a grade 3 Astrum, you can stand this unit. So basically for the Astrum deck, you can basically have this card get plus 2k with a Soul Blast 1, which is not very likely you're going to do, but during a Persona Ride turn most of the time, you can basically get another stand rear guard, giving you basically 5 attacks in Astrum. And 15k, or in this case 25k with 8k boost, makes a magic number. To cater, we got Viral Core Dragon, which is a grade 3 with Drinking Power and Skillless. Auto when placed from rearguard from hand, other than during battle, if your Vanguard is Cerevial, that is at least grade 3, you can Counter Blast 1 to look at how 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less unit card from among them and call it to rearguard, and of course shuffle your deck. This is of course pretty good, and compared to the rest of them, this one actually lets you peek on the top 5 cards of your deck and choose what to plus. The only thing is, you don't get it to your hand. But anyway, the second skill, Auto rearguard. Once per turn, when this card attacks, cost Soul Blast 1, this card gets plus 5k power into the end of the battle. If you at least Soul Blasted a grade 3 or greater Cerevial, you can either countercharge or charge 3. Cool artwork that almost looks like Stoicheia dragons, but either way, giving you resources is nice. And for some reason, we're skipping for Stoicheia because that one's actually being revealed on Wednesday for some reason. So we move on to Lyrical with Resounding with a lovely Strike Girl Respino, which is a grade 3 with Drinking Power and Skillless. Auto when return from rear guard to hand, if you have at least a grade 3 Merlion, cost Counter Blast 1 to draw a card. I mean, yeah, you can easily bounce this, so this condition isn't even hard. But the second skill is Auto rearguard. When this card attacks, cost Soul Blast 1. This card gets plus 5k power to the end of battle. If you Soul Blasted at least a grade 3 Merlion, this card gets plus 15k instead. I say mainly for the bounce and draw rather than for the extra power, but more power is pretty nice. And into some more support, we start off with Efficient Preparation, which is grade 2 normal order, and you play it by Energy Blasting 2. Choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets this ability. Auto Vanguard, once per turn, when this card attack hits a Vanguard, choose a card from your soul and call it to rearguard into the end turn. Basically gives your Vanguard the ability of attack hit pressure. My only gripe is that you have to pay the cost before giving it to the Vanguard's condition, but it does offer up some pressure, so I guess you can run it depending on the deck. And next week we got Faded 1 for Dragon Empire. So that's it for these reveals of the quick start deck support other than Stoicheia. What do you guys think of them? I say I like having support for the start deck products, like for any deck products actually, but for some reason these are double rare, which is something I don't really get. And the other thing is, I'm a little surprised that they didn't make like official versions of the boss units like they did with the Super Trial decks, because the unofficial versions basically all had the same one skill of getting 5k power on rearguard. So I was thinking that they were going to make official versions in the booster set with a unique skill that is not the Persona Ride Surge. But for supporting new players with the quick start deck, I kind of get why, and there really isn't much to say for them other than it's just basically upgrading this quick start deck. But that's for this, and see you all next time.